Do you struggle with rhythm sometimes? Do you believe this is something that you're born with? Even as a professional musicians, we train the sense of rhythm for a long period of time. When I was young, I took snare drum lessons, and I found that was so helpful to play piano. As a teacher and as a pianist, I heartfully believe sense of rhythm is something that you can learn, train, and improve. So today's Piano Teacher's Toolbox, I want to share one toy I have, which is called Easy Rhythm Blocks. And let's train and improve our sense of rhythm together. Hi, I'm classical pianist Yoon Kim. Welcome to my channel that is all about fun, inspiration, beauty of classical music. When you have a certain trouble with a certain section, so you think it's a trouble with the rhythm, but sometimes that is maybe not necessarily a rhythmic problem, maybe something to do with some notes are very complicated in the very section. So I think it's always very important and helpful to isolate rhythm by self. So good news about music in general is there are always patterns. So once you equip yourself with a certain patterns, even though there varies within a piece, that you have that repertoire of rhythmic sense that you can apply in your pieces. I have a lot of rhythmic toys in my studio that I use a lot, but today what I'm going to use with this rhythmic blocks is something that I picked up at one of the conferences years back. There's an exhibit hall, and when I saw this, and I really liked it just because it's very tactile, and there's some, it's like do you know the game Jenga? It kind of reminds me of that kind of, wood, and you can hold it, and so I want to share with you. So you can open it like that, and there's rhythm blocks. So there's some time signatures that you can use, or 2/2, and cut time, or and this indicates the level. I think that's there 1 through 6. So what I want to do today with this rhythm blocks is that I want to share each stage of maybe 6 different levels. It's like almost computer game. Can you accomplish each level just fine or not? So let's start with the level 1. So the first level that I want you to try is, this is by the way level 3 in this block, and this is level 5 in this block. Okay, and this is 2 measures, and tap the pulse with the left hand, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then ta di ta 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 ti ta ti ti ta ti ta. You can use whatever syllable that you wanted to. You can just everything is a la. I kind of like to use more like a hard syllable, like a tiki-ta, tiki-ta, tiri-ta, tiri-ta, ti-ti-ti, rather than la 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 la. Okay, so level 2 will be actually tapping this rhythm with another instrument, maybe some percussion instrument. I have this little nice shakers. I got this one in Panama when I visited, and they were actually selling all these little goodies that I was not interested in, like, oh, I want to take something back home at the time. And I saw this and like, oh, they made it. They actually hand carved this and put some, I think, a tree seeds inside, and I'm glad that I got this. I don't remember how much it was. I don't think it was that expensive, but I visited this tribe, and they were making all this kind of goodies. So every time I look at this, it reminds me of that trip. Okay, anyway, I'm gonna use this one. So let's get to this part: left hand, right hand, left hand, right hand, something like that for now. Okay, so our beat is 1, 2, 3, 4. See? So then once you accomplish this, then you can actually change it up and try the different rhythms. Yeah? And this is level 6, and this is level 5. Was level 2. Level 3 would be you count out loud, but cumulatively, like 1, 2, 3, 4, and still using this percussive instrument and play those rhythms. So let's see. So what I want you to do is a count cumulative, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's try to do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That was level 3. I hope you're following along just fine. So level 4 will be playing this rhythm between hands, saying count out loud. Okay, so right hand, left hand, right hand, left hand. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that was between hands, level 4. All right, let's go to level 5. Level 5 will be now we're going to piano and be able to improvise with those notes that we built. All right, so let's go to piano. So this is what I see, and maybe I can improvise on that rhythm with the right hand, maybe in D major. Okay, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. So ultimate level is actually for you to be able to dictate those rhythms on paper with pencils, but that's actually a little harder, and you can definitely start finding those patterns from these blocks and get used to these patterns, and then graduate to writing on a pencil on paper. Today what I'm going to do is play some sections here, and then you find out which block that I use and be able to recognize and be able to construct it. Yeah, let's get started. So the option we have is this 4 option in the first measure, second measure, these options, third measure, these options, fourth measure of this measure, this option. Okay. All right, so I am gonna play one worth of measure, and let's see if we can figure it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I hope that you kind of get the idea how I would use these rhythm blocks, and some of the trainings that I have done with this rhythm blocks, this video, it's actually fairly college level oral exam kind of thing as well, and but much more friendly because it's just so tactile and different levels, and it's kind of nice to be able to touch things, so I really like it. So last Piano Teacher's Toolbox, I talked about Japanese erasures and how I use that in my teaching studio. So please check that video out. And if you have any tools to improve your rhythm, please let me know. And always practice efficiently and have fun. And I will see you next video. 안녕!